If you were anything like me and are just thinking, yeah, it's time to get the heck up out of town, you got a home here. Welcome to the Go Show, celebrating all things outdoors in this beautiful outdoor playground of a state, nation, and world that we live in. I'm really happy you're hanging out me on this hump day. And the last day of the week for me. So, again, that's just a programming note. Will not be around manana or Friday. But we'll get some content loaded up for you. So, you can get your fix right here on the Go Show. Yes. But I appreciate y'all being here. This is a little escape for Queen Bee and I. I'm going to head down to Tucson, do some horseback riding, hiking, that kind of stuff. You know, the getting outdoors kind of stuff. I have I have a hunt here coming up in just a couple of weeks. So a lot going on. We're gonna make it happen, and we're gonna make it. What up, Brendan? Yeah, the old Go fix. You know. People mainlining, that kind of stuff. I got really graphic right there, but whatever. We'll get you a little fix, and then we'll be back ripping and roaring on Monday for a full week of broadcasting. Believe it or not, yeah, it's kind of slipping. Actually enjoying the weather. In a storm that came out of nowhere, but it's been fantastic. Catching up late for a few days. It's all good, dude. It's all good. Then you might have missed my my AI prowess. Queen Bee and I are going on 3 years of course, dating bliss and couplehood bliss. I'll say it that way. And so we've reached the point because she is so obsessed with AI where we'll take about an hour a night and we'll just do dueling AI videos. And it's getting kind of crazy. It just is. It's getting kind of crazy. We talked a little. What's up, Eddie? We talked a little bit about what is it called? Colossal biosciences that are bringing back the woolly mammoth, the dodo, the dire wolf thing, all those types of things. So it gave me an idea. I'm like, man, I want to hunt a brontosaurus and sure schnitzel with AI. Holy hell, you can do it. Yeah.
Easy there, big fella. We're not looking for trouble. Nothing like fresh Bronto on the grill. Another minute, and we're golden.
That's right, baby. See? Here we go.
Easy there, big fella. We're not looking for trouble. Nothing like fresh Bronto on the grill. Another minute, and we're golden.
This makes nothing but sense. This makes absolute nothing but sense. Yeah, maybe just fresh Bronto on the grill. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So then Queen Bee didn't like this. She's like, "Oh, you're gonna go hunt dinosaurs? Huh? Let's see how this works out." This Queen Bee doing this. She not like it. Hold on. What did that say? Hold on. What did this say? Mike's I think it might be Paleolithic and prehistoric kind of mixed up together. Okay. All right. And it was evidence. Nice.
Now that's real flavor, Mike.
Damn. Why you got to do me like that? I go out and I get a brontosaurus burger. I get a brontosaurus steak for you. And you do me like that? It's awful. Yeah. That's just absolutely raptor chops would be fantastic. Yeah. Duck or chicken. It probably tastes whatever a reptile tastes like. Whatever a bird tastes like. Probably chicken. Yeah, it's probably what it tastes like. Probably tastes like chicken. Yeah. So, but yeah, so that's I'm going to be making a lot of hunting videos. As we just did decide to, when we're going to be horseback riding, hiking, and in between go to really nice restaurants and then go to, I don't know, probably our room and pull out our laptops and make AI videos. It is what it is. It's too much fun. We're having way too much fun with it. Way too much fun. I told you the Queen Bee loves some firefighters. So,
You're safe now, beautiful.
You are my hero, Mike Russell.
Yeah. See, you can do this with your peeps. You can do that with your peeps. Yeah. See, you can make your wife, your husband, you can make them say anything you want. Anything you want. Oh, it's fantastic. Yes. So that's always good. And then I'll save one for the end of the program. We'll talk about the outdoors one, not AI. Good grief. This is BS. I'm calling BS. You know, a lot of people are thinking, Bad things are not happening more. We just have access to 24-hour news cycle. We have access to all the information at our fingertips. And remember it was probably last month, we were talking about the kids that were elk hunting, the young men that were elk hunting, and they were found deceased. They had assumed room temperature, and that they are going to they were going to claim this was a lightning strike. They killed both of them. They happened to have no gear with them going hunting. No gear. All their gear was in their truck at the trailhead. Miles and miles and miles away, they were struck by lightning. I called shenanigans on that. Then there's a dude in Florida. Same thing. Dude struck by lightning and killed. Now, lightning claims yet another hunter, this time in Louisiana. National weather experts say it's the 5th lightning-related death involving hunters this fall. I am calling so much shenanigans on this. Magically, we have a rash of lightning strikes just down hunters. I'm calling BS, and I would love to have it investigated. Investigators believe the man was killed by a lightning strike when thunderstorms moved in the area just before sunset Saturday evening, noting that the incident is still under investigation. Yeah, you keep investigating. Sheriff Gates told ABC News his office is still awaiting the official autopsy report. Yeah, if they're going to claim it's lightning, they're going to claim it's lightning. I want to see some cooked toes. I don't believe any of this. He said, I've been doing this for 50 years, and this is the first time I've seen anything like this, the sheriff said. You're damn right. Something's up. This is not, it is an act of God. No. Hunters, just hunters, are making headlines getting killed by lightning strikes. Something's up. Y'all, something's up. And you know something? If years from now they figure it out and like, aha, Michael's right. And if they don't, I'm still going to think something was up. You're right. That's right, Michael. Aliens. I'm not going to say it's aliens, but it was aliens. No, because then they just get probed and then they get turned loose. They didn't really killed unless the anal probe got them, you know? I mean, what? I mean, if they've only been abducting people in America and only doing anal probing, the aliens are probably bored at this point and be like, let's try something new. And maybe they just, oops, killed them. Oops, killed them. They're fragile little things, aren't they, down here in Earth? Until AI, Mike. Oh, geez, hold on. This will be good. I know I haven't even read it yet. Until AI takes over and uses an angry Roomba to make sure that you escape the garage. I'm telling you, hey. Like Perry Farrell said, or as porno for pirates, I don't know, we'll make great pets. Whether it's the aliens, as Michael says, maybe it's the aliens, maybe it is, maybe it's just the robots. The machines take over. Yeah. Yeah, I don't, but I'm not buying any of these deaths from lightning. I'm not. One, maybe. 5 so far this hunting season. 2 words, screwing that. No way. No. Something's fishy, I tell you. Fishy. Well, you would think, by the way, people get struck by lightning if they're out fishing. Makes more sense. Angler, another hunter, struck by lightning. Let's get to this. We got to get the Washington D.C. ugliness, political BS out of the way. Don't kid during this shutdown that all of the stuff with the public lands, it's going on. It's happening. We're losing a lot of public lands, and that is there within their constitutional right and ability to do so. It's shenanigans. It's sucky. It's terrible. But they will get rid. We are going to lose tens of thousands of acres of public land, if not hundreds of thousands of acres of public land. We are because of the shutdown. So I saw this headline because there was the headline Queen Bee and I were talking about a little earlier today, but let's go with this one. 2,000 federal public land employees could. You don't hate the media enough. I can assure you this. You do not hate the media enough. This is a headline. 2,000 federal public land employees could lose their jobs amid shutdown. There will be serious impacts on public land, says former staffer of the Bureau of Land Management. You all know how I feel about the media. It's just absolutely absurd how things are getting written just to piss people off, scare them. Oh, up to 2,000 federal workers, federal public land employees could lose their jobs. And by the way, if 2,000, that does serious impact to public land. Says who? Some guy who used to work at the Bureau of Land Management, a former staffer, not a former head, not a former Secretary of Interior, nothing like that. Former BLM employee. Oh my gosh. Department of Interior will likely cut in 2,000 jobs from the Bureau of Land Management, National Park Service, Fish and Wildlife Service, and U.S. Geological Survey. So here we go again. Let's go back to the headlines so people stop freaking out about this. 2,000 employees, okay? And the headline says public land employees, okay? But this is spread over 5 divisions of the government: Bureau of Land Management, National Park Services, Fish and Wildlife Services, and U.S. Geological Survey. Okay. The planned cuts were announced in the middle of a government shutdown, but according to sources familiar with the situation, maybe a former staffer, the reduction in force, RIF, as it's called, has been planned for what? Months. Stop. Everyone stop with the headlines from a shutdown and land management and land grab and this and that and employees losing their stop, because it's all nonsense. It's all make-believe. It's all hearsay. Because they say, oh, because of the government shutdown. No, it's not because of the government. This has been planned for months. There was a debate over a giant purchase by the United States government that was requisited, whatever, back in the last administration. It's a bad look, I get you, but I mean, dude, these headlines and these stories, you have to understand, I've worked in newsrooms before. Well, I've worked around newsrooms. No way in hell they'd church me being a news guy. They just paid me for my opinion. That's pretty damn easy. But I've been around newsrooms. These people are desperate for content, desperate for clicks, desperate for attention, desperate to keep their jobs. And I'm not playing. I'm not being mean to these people. They're very talented and they've gone to school for this. And here they are. And their news director is saying, well, what did you come up with today? Oh, I came up with a way to scare the crap out of people that love public lands and way to tear at their heartstrings, saying that 2,000 people are going to lose their job. That's what it's going to sound like. Perfect. We're going to put that top art, they say. That's at the very first, you go to a web page, first thing you see, top art. That's what it's going to be. Woo, 2,000 people losing their job because of the shutdown. Dun, dun, dun. Nope. Nope, nope, no and no. No, no, and no. And I'm sorry, as much as I love our national parks, as much as I love Bureau of Land Management, I love all of this, Department of the Agriculture, Interior, every day. If you're not an essential employee and we have 10 of you and we can do with 5 of you, 5 are gone. Period. Christ almighty, y'all. We have $36 trillion in debt. It's time. Just a side note, there was a position with the IRS, just the IRS alone, okay? Just the IRS. That if you got a new job at the IRS, say, Brendan, congratulations. You got a new gig here at the IRS. Love having you here. Excited to have you here. Seen your comments on the Go Show. You're a pretty funny guy. All right. Welcome. All right. Hey, listen, here's your government laptop, and here's your government cell phone. Sign here, please. Okay, wonderful. Great. Congratulations. Enjoy your onboarding and a long career here at the Internal Revenue Service. Thank you for being here, Brendan. Okay, sounds like a decent gig, right? Pretty cool gig. You got to have it, right? You got to give people their laptops and their cell phones. There was 1,400 employees that did that one same job. 1,400 of them. So when you say, 1,000 jobs were cut amid this shutdown at the IRS. We all think that's a good start. But you're like, oh, with these 1,000 people, they're just tearing it. No, there was 1,000 people that are doing what 1,400 were doing. Yeah. Bye. We don't need you. We do not need you. Sorry. There you go. So anyway, the headline was just absolutely absurd. The 2,000 public land employees could lose their jobs amid shutdown. Dun, dun, dun. Just read past the headlines and find out really what the hell's going on. It might happen. And then they check this out. Okay, we're going to lose scientific capacity to inform habitat management projects and to manage harvest and the impact of human disturbances like energy development, says Ed Arnett, CEO of the Wildlife Society. Ding. Whatever. Stop. We're going to get any jabroni out here that can actually support what our headline says, and we're going to go. It's absolutely absurd. It's dangerous, and it is what our media is today. Even in the outdoor world, this craptastic media has bled into our outdoor world, and it sucks. So I'm going to be here to just head it off at the pass. That's it. I'm going to read these articles, and I'm going to bring them to you and just say, no, this is more garbage that's being just fed to you. All right. I did put in the description. Could Hunter's Ed be responsible? Now, if Tequila Jim jumps in, it'd be fantastic. Tequila Jim, could Hunter's Ed be responsible for bear deaths while hunting? And I did. The question came because this is what I've been trained to do. Okay. This is the headline of the article. It says, "Stop shooting bears here. Hunter education has failed us on bear anatomy. Many hunters treat a bear like a white-tailed deer when it comes to the shoot. That is a huge mistake, apparently. And there's a different place you're supposed to shoot a bear." Okay? So let me ask you this. If we go back to all of the young men and women that have taken hunter safety courses, and they were told this is exactly where you hit a bear, to basically dispatch the bear quickly and ethically, humanely, ethically. I mean, it's hard to do. I mean, you're actually taking the life of an animal. So humanely, I don't know. It's relative, I guess. Anyway, to harvest this animal as quickly as possible, dispatch it as quickly as humanly possible, you hit it here. That doesn't kill them. So if you go back and look at the history of all of the bear attacks and the hunters that have died and all of this, and they have a perfectly placed shot where they were taught in hunter safety. This is where you hit hunter's education, hunter safety, it's basically the same thing. And the bear just says, "Oh, what the hell did you just try to do to me?" and runs and attacks. Is there liability on whoever created the curriculum, whoever's teaching the curriculum of these hunter education courses? And I'm sorry if I'm opening up for a can of worms. This is a question that needs to be asked. If you're hitting them in the wrong spot, you did what you were taught. I didn't mean that to rhyme. But you're doing just what you were taught by the hunter's education class you took. The hell? And I got mauled because I hit it in the wrong spot. I shouldn't be shooting in the same spot that I hit a deer. That's not how to take a bear out. Is there liability there? Damn, I wish Tequila Jim was on this. He would throw this. He'd be all over this noise. Yeah. But these are the things. These are the things, right? These are the things that keep me up at night. These are definitely the things that keep me up. Is there liability? I'm very lucky. Speaking of Tequila Jim, I'm very lucky to go on a hunt with a young man, his son, that is a fantastic kid, super smart, well-behaved, dude, just doing the right things, it gives you faith in our future. Wants to be a unit manager, a game ranger out here in Arizona. And he's excited about taking that path. It's not easy, by the way. These are biologists and sworn peace officers. So, I mean, these are super highly intelligent people that are cops. But anyway, I get to go hunt with him. If he takes a deer out, and I think this might be his first, I don't know, maybe not. If it's his first, this is the question that I have. What did Jim and I do? What did Tequila Jim and I do? Tequila Jim's a stepdad. I'm Uncle Fish. How you doing? Do we do it for him? Do we process it for him? Do we skin it out? Do we field dress it for him? What do we do? So the question is, when do you hand the knife over? What age do you hand the knife over and say, you need to field dress this yourself? I'm going to give you my answer. Some people might not like this answer. The second you can shoot a firearm, the second you draw a tag, second you harvest an animal, it's all you, bro. You need to be doing the homework before you get here on what to do after the shot. Because there's a lot after the shot that needs to get done. Don't know if you know this. The best thing to do, especially when you're archery hunting after the shot, there's a whole sequence of things that need to get done after the shot when you're hunting. The first is wait about 15, 20 minutes. I don't care if you saw that thing bouncing along. You wait, hold on, hold tight. The reason is you want that animal to expire. You do not want to jump it. If it stops somewhere, or if it just stopped right where you place the shot, you roll out there like, yeah, I got it. You roll out there. It's still got adrenaline, dude. I've seen deer 2.5, 3 miles just on adrenaline. Body just going fast. You're never finding that thing. So you wait. Give it a little bit of time. Give it a little bit of time. And then you roll over there. So, I mean, that starts there. Then, now, you get those glands, and you get to get the huevos off that thing. Okay? And you need to start opening that thing up because you need to let that meat cool as fast as possible. So, a lot that needs to happen. So, I don't think that there is a maturity question at play here. And I'm shocked that that some people will ask that question. Why would you when do you hand the field dressing gear over to the kid that shot the minute that kid is able to take an animal, that kid needs to at that moment, yon yon Skippy, I'll hold a leg, I'll help you get it hung, I'll do all that stuff, I'll help you out. Uncle Mike's not a jerk, but I'm gonna be sitting there with my non-alcoholic IPA, sipping and watching. There you go, buddy. I'll give you some advice. You go to get your fingers down here like this. Make sure you get the blade under there between those. And just kind of go up and stop right here at the, okay, there you go. Good job. I can guide them. I can teach them. So can Tequila Jim. God, Tequila Jim's last elk, man. That was a challenge. That was a challenge for 3 grown men. I ain't gonna lie to you. Look like a scene from Dexter. Well, we got it done. But yeah, so apparently none of us bothered to bring a sharp knife. All of us had knives in our pack, and none of us decided to really bring a sharp one. Oy vey. Yeah, this is us, bunch of schmucks out there doing their thing. Anyway, but the moment is right when he says bang or with an arrow. There you go, dude. You're now a field dressing expert. I hope he downloaded the videos like Uncle Mike told you. Just like Uncle Mike told you. And I'm going to walk you through it. I'll watch you the whole way. I'll hold the leg out. Like I said, I'll make it as easy as possible for you. But you take an animal, that's your responsibility from that moment on, period, to make sure that nothing in this animal goes to waste, to make sure that it didn't die in vain, and that everything you had planned for it, whether it's steaks or burgers or whatever, I'm all the way to that point. Because I'm telling you, there's nothing that just wakes up your cells. Every cell in your body will fire off. I can only say I'm a man, so I can only speak as a man. As a man, nothing will make every cell in your body fire off like taking an animal, processing it, cooking it in that moment that you serve it to your family and friends. Dang. Like every cell is firing off. Every single cell is firing off. It's fantastic. I did mention that I would be sitting there sipping if Justino gets an elk, or even if Tequila Jim gets an elk. Because if Tequila Jim gets a deer. If Tequila Jim gets a deer, and I'm there and his son's there. It's his son's job to help him. It's my job. I brought some mule tape. I brought some rope. I mean, got to gamble if you guys want one of those. I mean, just say whatever you guys want. I'm going to sit here and sip a non-alcoholic IPA. I'm loving my NAs. And because AI, me and AI, guys, here we go.
Type is.
It's IPA. Your blood type is IPA.
That makes sense.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know what my blood type is.
It's IPA. Your blood type is IPA.
That makes sense.
Yeah, that's why. My blood type was IPA. So that's why I do NA beers now. But it'll still be IPA. Just be non-alcoholic IPA. That's all it is. All right, you clowns. Hey, y'all, thanks for hanging out with me. I hope you guys had a good week. Again, Thursday, Friday, I'll just throw some content up there. And then we'll be back on Monday. So wish us well. We hopefully Queen Bee and I do other things other than make AI videos. Good grief. I know, lots of jokes there. Chris took care of a lot of those yesterday. All right, y'all. Thanks for playing along. This is the Go Show, celebrating all things outdoors, this beautiful outdoor playground of state, nation, and world that we live in. Hasta Monday, y'all.